Welcome back, Divine Ones. I am Ashley, and I am here to bring the new moon prophetic reading in the sign of Capricorn, which happens on the 2nd of January at 1:33 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That happens in the second decan of Capricorn, which is ruled by Saturn, Mars, and Venus, which is Taurus triplicity. This is ruled by the 3 of coins. And for me personally, I haven't really named this card yet in my deck for 2023. But however, this is the energy of those 3 archetypes that I mentioned. We have Saturn, which is Satan. We have Venus, which is Lucifer. And then we have Mars, which is the devil. And this all deals with the carnal energy. It keeps one trapped inside of the carnal experience. So carnal is material, is the physical reality, the construct that we see around us, if you will, the matrix. The matrix consists of our 5 senses: Venus, Taurus. It consists of our mindset and what our mindset is built from, and that is Saturn, constructs of physical reality. And then we have the tempter, the devil. The devil is the tempter. It will tempt you. So the energies that are around you will tempt you based on your control of your 5 senses. Another card that I have here is the 3 of Cups, and that card just happened to show up as I was shuffling and going through the cards. So we have here a celebration that can arise in your life. This could also be, I feel like it could be a temptation to want to overspend, to want to indulge in something, and it may not be time. As this decan and this whole energy deals with thinking about longevity, thinking about the things that you really want to manifest in your life and the necessary steps that has to be taken. I'm gonna pull a couple other cards. I do encourage you to check out the blog post that will be listed down below, and there I go over some of the astrological influences of this new moon energy. I also posted a pyromancy angel video. If you have a question that you want to answer to, you can utilize that form of divination, and I also have scriptures that support that type of divination on that video. I'll have that listed down below. If you're listening to the podcast, you can find that in the show notes. We have here the 9 of Cups. I hear rigidality. That may or may not be a word, but with that type of word, regardless if it's real or not, being too uniformed, being too structured, being too held captive to something that you may have said a long time ago. Maybe you decided you were going to go to a specific school or trajectory of your life, but now with this new information that you want to change that trajectory, you want to go in the opposite direction, or maybe even veer off a little bit. I feel like it's newness. I feel like something fresh is coming in. This could also be Mercury moving into the sign of Aquarius. And with this, I feel like it's a higher understanding of a collective experience. It's a higher commitment because it requires more of you, and it requires more of your everyday thoughts. So you have to make sure that your mind is clear for it to receive those new downloads. Here with the 3 of Cups and then with the 9 of Cups, making sure that you are focused on receiving these new downloads. Make sure that your mind is not too cloudy, so that way you can receive those messages, the directions, the path, the steps that you must take before embarking on this new journey. Also here, navigation system. Putting in that address before making a move. So you could be tempted to want to do something like shopping spree or something that may be irresponsible for you personally. But this is saying to wait on doing that. Wait on the investment. Wait on doing something that you may regret later. I feel like this is you maybe even going and meeting new people, going out and understanding things from a different perspective, and being able to tap into different ways of how to communicate with people that recognize your energy, meaning recognizing how your energetic genetics are made up. It's not a person that relates to the way how you look or relates to how the way you talk, but more so people that relate to your energy. Like they can read your energy, they feel your energy, and that's the type of energy that you're attracting to you. That's the type of relationships that you're attracting to you throughout this phase, this lunar phase. And I'm going to pull a couple other cards, but I more so feel like it could span out differently for other people. It could take a couple of months because of, I hear the integration system, or the way how the energy integrates within you and maybe them. Maybe it takes a longer time. Maybe it takes more power. Maybe it takes more energy for those new downloads to integrate into your system. So it's more like a computer, that like the computer we have here, the Four of Wands. The computer, one computer may process this specific type of energy quicker, while another computer system may take a little longer because it takes more energy to be able to process that information. So think about the energy as codes that are coming through, or codes that are being encoded to upgrade the computer system. So it may take some people a little longer for their personal system to integrate this new energy. Going back to the Four of Wands, and then with the Three of Cups, this energy is beautiful. This energy is something to put that work into. I feel like this is definitely planning out the type of relationships that you really want to magnetize towards you. While you may not know the minute details, you can still feel the energy. With this Three of Cups, this is like you feeling the energy. How do you want those relationships to feel? That's the primary focus, not the tangibles. Like, I want my friends to make this amount of money. I want my friends or my relationships, it could be romantic partners or whatever the title of relationship means to you that you want to focus on. It's not, again, the camera. It's not referring to the tangibles, like the carnal senses. It's talking about the spiritual, the spirit, the soul of these soul connections. That's the whole purpose of soul family, is about it, that it surrounds soul connections. What sets your soul on fire? So I guess I'm just going to have to continue the video holding the camera in my hand. My tripod is acting like a complete anus right now, but I can still do the reading with one hand. So I'm not doing my usual long setup. I have so much stuff to complete. We have here the Six of Cups in the reverse. So for some, they may not be ready for a romantic, intimate connection at this time, especially with Venus and Capricorn retrograde. You need to take a step back and really evaluate your past relationships, and also plan for new relationships. I feel like this is focusing on friendships, focusing on family connections before moving forward with such a heavy energy as a romantic partnership that can go to the core of you, that requires so much out of you, that requires so much of your attention, so much of your energy, so much of your focus. This could also be here with the Three of Cups and then the Four of Wands, along with the Six of Cups in the reverse. That type of energy is a twin flame, twin soul, kingdom spouse type of energy. And with that, I feel like it's time to hold off on that. It's time to plant these new seeds. It's time to really plan and move forward. We have the Five of Wands. That's confirmation that it's not time to move forward. If there is an offer, and if this resonates with you, then the advice would be to hold off on really pursuing that connection right now. there's something that you may not be seeing. I hear the word blindsided. We have here the 3 of Wands. Yeah, if you look at this card upright with this deck, you have a guy that's standing on the shore, and he's looking off at ships coming in. Either they're coming in or either they're leaving out. Regardless, he's still standing there and he's watching the movement. We have a dove up above. And actually, excuse me, it's a seagull. It's seagulls above. So those seagulls represent, I hear time, but they also represent messages coming through, like allowing those messages. If this person has been sending you messages, or you have been receiving spiritual, intuitive messages, stand back and allow the natural process to unfold. Allow the confirmations to come in. We have the Star card, because those messages will confirm themselves. It's just a matter of time. And it's not about, unless you received a specific amount of time, like wait 5 months, wait 6 months, wait 2 weeks, then that time is more so referring to a cyclical, spiritual cyclical time, not referring to, let me look at my watch and see how long this is going to take. I'm personally going to give that 3 weeks. When the spirit may be working, that Star card represents the divine spirit, working on your behalf to heal connections, to heal finances, to heal the different things, the different broken things within yourself, but also what you thought were broken commitments and broken promises. The divine spirit doesn't lie. It's about us upholding our part of the commitment. A covenant. It's a covenant. Both parties must fulfill the covenant in order for it to manifest, in order for it to really work out. If you made a contract with someone and you break it, it's null and void. Same thing for vice versa. You have to uphold your end of the bargain with the divine spirit in order for the divine spirit to fulfill that contract for you. So with that being said, it's not about timing according to man, it's about divine timing. And you have to allow the spirit to bring the confirmations to a head. And the reason why those words came through like that, to a head, I think about, this may seem a little weird, about when I was a teenager and I had a pimple, a blackhead. Instead of squeezing it, because that can cause lasting effects like scars, I would wait for it to come to a head, allow nature to take its course. Because if you were to take it in your own hands, you would cause permanent damage, or it could take longer for it to heal. So that analogy is saying, allow the divine spirit to work on your behalf. Don't you go meddling in what the promise is. Don't you go meddling in the affairs of the divine spirit, of your angels, of your guardians, of your guides. They're working on your behalf. The spiritual realms, you can't see them. The mental realms, you can't see them, but you can see the manifestations of what happens in the spiritual realms, the astral and the mental planes, that they will eventually manifest. So you have to allow that natural process to happen. Because if you meddle with it when you're not supposed to, that kicks off a karmic cycle. And it could take longer for something to manifest, or you may have to go through more hoops in order for it to manifest. We have here the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Allow the timing to play out. Allow things to happen naturally. And then we have the Page of Pentacles. Something that's growing, that probably has already been growing. Sometimes that can represent stagnant energy or interference, or something that may be stubborn to grow but is still growing. It may be weeds around that seed, but allow it to grow. And then we have the 5 of Pentacles and the 8 of Swords. Allow your mind to be freed. No need to worry. No need to try to figure out how something will happen. That's not your job. That's God's job. It's just for you to believe. Believe enough to plant the seed And at the very least, leave it alone. If you go digging that seed up, how will it ever grow? How will it ever take root to flourish? Some of you guys may have been meddling with the seed. But this is a reminder to let it grow. I hope that this video did help. If it did, then please leave a comment and also give it a thumbs up. All of that helps the analytics here on YouTube. Or if you're watching a clip on Instagram or TikTok, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, share if you care to do so. All right, and lastly, I have 2 other cards. Well, actually, maybe 3 other cards. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna leave it at, wow. Okay, I'm not gonna pull anymore. So it's about 4 or 5 cards here. We have the King of Pentacles, the 7 of Pentacles. Then we had the 3 of Swords in the reverse. And the last 2 cards, I had to pull them. I have to. The Lover's card and the 2 of Cups. Emotional fulfillment. But I also feel like this is emotional stability. But you have to be emotionally stable in order to come into union. And that's union within yourself, first of all. If you come in with emotional baggage, here we have the 2 of Cups and the 3 of Swords in the reverse. If you come in carrying that heavy load, you're going to try to unload it off onto your divine partner. And that's already a heavy burden for you to carry. And they have their baggage. We're going to have to get rid of all that baggage before we have a connection that has a whole lot of baggage that becomes too heavy for either party to carry. You see how light and free this energy is? The the Lover's card. Very light, very balanced. Okay, so I will talk to you guys on the next video. If you would like to expand your knowledge base surrounding mystic arts of the Bible, specifically biblical rituals, herbs, oils, how to decode and understand the biblical text, with powerful healing candles, bath soaks, holy water, blessed oils, all sourced directly from the Bible. There's also decorative printable art, including our 12-month Zodiac Angel wall calendar that makes a great resource for your studies and planning for your rituals. And currently, at the time of this recording, we offer personal spirit-led prophetic readings. You can find the link to our 5-star shop listed down below.